Hey yo my people, man is back again. Big up to everybody. Sorry I've been away for a while. I've been doing a lot of research and all of the stuff that has been happening out there, and I've been getting a lot of responses on all my videos I've been doing. So big up to all my real people out there that's been showing that mad love and support, because you know this is Real Talk TV, where we talk about anything we want and research anything we want. We take all critics and all opinions. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter. When you come over here, everything is cool, calm and collective, okay? So big up to all my real supporters out there. Big up to all my haters. Thank you very much. You've been so generous in the comment section. You know, you've been so generous in sharing my videos all around the world, all around north, east, south, west, and if I missed anything, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Big up to everyone out there, man. What, you guys thought I disappeared? No. I just thought, you know what, let me take a little break. You know, let's see what this channel's really doing. And as I predicted, this channel is going to blow, my people, okay? Yes, blow. Everyone keeps saying I'm copying other people's style, I'm doing this and that. But go for my videos, man. I do my thing my own way, bro. My own way. Laughy, jokey, vibesy, come on, let's get it. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people questioned my Spat Nation video. Well, look, this is a follow-up to it, because one of the people that was featured in one of my Spat Nation videos, yeah, is now in this. Let's get into it. Further ado, man, come on. Young Dizz, come on. Do you remember him? Do you remember him when we were speaking about Spat Nation, how he wanted to change his life and all of this stuff, and they was glorifying the church, how it was so powerful and all of these things, and you know, they glorified this guy right here saying he was trying to change his life, but the way he was persuaded, the way he was looked at in that same documentary that I done a breakdown of, yeah, he was just looked at as the baddest man on the road. Now, this video right here is showing you what happened basically after that video. So for those out there that think, oh yeah, you know, you can't always judge things on what you see, but that last documentary, every single thing I judged about it was so real. Was so real. It was so real. It was so real. Here it goes. This is for one of the people that was supposedly meant to stay with Spat Nation, get funding to start a whole new business and everything. But this is what happened instead. Let's get into it. Big up Young Dizz. I love your music, bro. But the way you was shown in that documentary wasn't from a positive mindset. And now, look what's happened since that documentary came out. Oh man, it's crazy.
It was only the other day he was on Spat Nation, a BBC documentary about the church, applying to get funding for a music group.
Young Dizz is in the studio recording his latest track. He's still considering the church's offer. They'll go into business with him, but only if he stops rapping about violence.
And now he's serving 12.5 years for a kidnap and torture of a 16-year-old boy. Young Dizz.
Did you just hear that? Did you just hear that? 12.5 years for kidnapping and torturing a young boy. What much else can I say apart from this is crazy? This is crazy. In the documentary we all sat down and watched the other day, they were showing us the church in such a positive light, they're going to help, and artists was talking like they really want to change their life and they really want to get out. Young Dizz himself said he wants to get out of the lifestyle that he is so-called living. But now he's charged for kidnapping a young kid and torturing him. I can't believe what this is.
Is from South Newham, London, who the police claim is a lead member in a gang called Sig, who have been at war for the past few years with north side of Newham, known as 7th. CB and 3 other members of 7th were recently convicted for 23 years for conspiracy to commit GBH when it was caught with a shotgun, knives and a clown.
I hope you guys watched that last video I done of them. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like, I know you guys saw this video last time, man. You know of the police chase when CB was getting chased and stuff. You guys must remember that. My real supporters do, man.
Young Dizz, at the same time, also got off with 3 firearm charges. He beat the case he was looking on, God knows how. But this case has been going on since August 2018. I haven't seen him speak about this, just released Conspiracy Squad on his own channel, due to the fact that because he keeps speaking about the murders of children, no other media channels will upload his music anymore because the police keep removing it, so it's not beneficial.
See what I mean about the industry over here? Like, man, them say they want to make it out of the hood, right? And you got the whole hood backing them doing music, right? So why don't you just switch up your content? Like, man is just forever talking about murking little youths on the road. It doesn't matter what age they are, he just wants to murk them, just wants to kill them. And fam, how you gonna get out of the hood like that, bro? Really and truly. Why don't you just talk about stories and stuff that you've seen? My man is talking so much crud that certain channels won't even put him up and play him. Then he wonders why he can't get out the hood. But he makes so much dough in his songs. He says he makes so much money in his songs and he does this. Why can't he just move out the hood? Now look. Kidnapping, torture. Now man's riding a long bird. A long bird. For what? For what?
To the channel to keep working with an artist who is his own worst enemy. This case involves 5 members of alleged members of SICK. They are actually all 16 and 2 are 14 years old. The boy who was actually kidnapped was 16 years old. Dizz is 22 years old. His real name is Isaac Donko. Police claim on their website he's a gang member and drill music artist from the Newham area. He has been sentenced to 12.5 years. All 5 defendants pleaded guilty to kidnap, false imprisonment, GBH and a number of other offences. Dizz had previously enlisted the help of a 16-year-old who knew the victim, and on the night of the 2nd of August 2018, the 16-year-old made contact with the victim, suggesting they meet in Gordon Road, Barking. The victim turned up as agreed, and a short time later, a dark blue Ford Mondeo pulled up with a young Dizz driving, 4 other youths in the passenger seats. The victim was punched in the head and body and ordered into the vehicle. He was threatened with a machete, and once in the car, 2 plastic bags were put over his head and secured with an elastic band.
What?
In evidence, the witness stated that at this point, I thought they were going to kill me. Young Dizz then drove the car to the home of one of the 14-year-old defendants. On arrival, Donko told the victim that the gang were in possession of a gun and 2 knives. The victim was held for approximately 2 hours at the address and subjected to a violent and humiliating ordeal. He was forced to strip naked while young Dizz filmed him on his iPhone and threatened to cut him up if he did not.
Hey, listen, bro. You done that to a young youth, young Dizz. Come on, young Dizz. What are you doing, bro? You stripping man naked and recording them, bro. Like, that's a bit pervy. To me, I don't agree with stuff like that, bro. I don't. But I don't. That to me, I think that was crazy. Young Dizz, what are you doing, fam? You had enough power and music to actually push and show the next generation something different. Bro, you're stripping down young kids, bro. You could have made it. Like, why don't you leave that to the other young kids doing that? Bro, come on, man.
Do so. The men hit him with a metal pole over the face, back, legs and arms, and his hair was forcibly cut with scissors, during which time he was slapped in the face, forced to kneel, kicked hard in the back of the head. Young Dizz tried to pour boiling water over the victim's head, resulting in the scalding of the victim's feet, causing serious injury. The victim tried removing his socks, but young Dizz would not allow him to. He was also forced to swallow a cannabis joint, also known as a spliff, kicked in the face and threatened with scissors. All incidents young Dizz filmed on his phone. The victim was forced to call his parents and beg for £1,500 in order to secure his release. He was ordered...
Listen, all of that misery just for a bag 5, £1,500. A monthly wage from a normal 9 to 5, or maybe less, maybe more, depending what hours you do. So you done all of that misery to that young kid for a bag 5. Oh man, this is let's just carry on with it. I find it sad.
Not to speak to the police and take him back to where they had actually kidnapped him from, in Barking. An investigation was launched by Trident and the Area Crime Command, along with local officers from the gang unit. They quickly identified young Dizz and his accomplices. One of the 16-year-olds kept the victim's phone and on arrest sought to conceal the evidence from police by telling them that he found it in the street. And on the 16th of August, The victim was contacted via Snapchat and told that young Dizz wanted him to drop the charges and not show up to court. He would give him £5,000 if he did so. The Detective Chief Inspector John McKee
Okay, so this is saying he would have gave the youth 5 bags. Alright, all my people out there with real minds, real open minds, no judgmental minds. Okay, you got 5 grand, right? You're in the ends. Whatever ghetto you are, whatever place you live, you got 5 grand. When you go and look at deposits on flats and stuff like that, you need to put down a month's rent and sometime a deposit, which works out to sometime £1,500 to £2,000 max, depending on what property you want and depending where you are or what situation you want to live in. You was offering someone 5 grand, bro, to not appear in court. When, if you had that 5 grand in the beginning, you could have just rented a place out of the area and started living a new life and started getting funding from Spat Nation. This is what I don't understand with some artists. They moan that they're stuck in a hood, they moan that they're going through so many things out there, but they've got the money to leave and they're still there. So you, my people out there that are listening, you tell me who's right or wrong. If you've got enough money to get out of your situation and disappear, why are you still there? Why are you still there complaining then?
Emily of Trident, who led the investigation, said this was an extremely violent incident which had a profound, distressing impact on the victims and the family. Whilst the physical scars of that night have started to heal, I believe the psychological impact on the victim has been lasting. Young Dizz fronted drill music videos for his gangs, which goaded rivals and recruited boys as young as 14 to commit serious violence. I believe that removing young Dizz from the streets of Newham has done a great deal to reduce serious violence in the borough, as we identified a direct
To be honest, like, removing young Dizz from the roads isn't going to reduce anything, because Mandem can still keep contacting within the roads, and if Mandem are really about what they're saying they're about on the roads, this stuff is never going to stop. Now young Dizz is getting glorified high again. He's taken away from the streets, so they think the violence is going to stop. I swear some people have lost their mind in this world. If the government thinks taking young Dizz off the road is going to stop violence, I think they need to re-look at what their plan is for all of this crime on the road. Because taking one man off the road is not going to stop a whole area from actually continuing doing what they've been doing for many years before their generation. Well, let's go on.
Relation between his drill videos, which glorified violent shootings and stabbings in the street, and the real life activities. Isaac Donko pleaded guilty to conspiracy to kidnap, conspiracy for false imprisonment, conspiracy to blackmail, causing GBH, perverting the course of justice by offering a witness money, and perverting the course of justice by attempting to persuade a witness. He was sentenced to 12.5 years. A 16-year-old male who hasn't been named also pleaded guilty to perverting the course of justice and conspiracy to kidnap. 2 16-year-olds and 2 14-year-olds all got 2.5 years for their roles in this kidnap and torture case. And I have to admit, it was quite a surprise. I had no idea that this case was actually pending. After his recent gun charge case, I didn't think he had any other cases left over. So in the past year, we've seen 2 members from rival gangs in the Newham area sentenced to significant sentences, with the police sending a massive message that they will not tolerate this sort of behaviour. I'd love to hear what people have to say on this.
Listen, I want to hear what people's got to say, because you're not sending a message to no one, to be honest. Because violence has been in the UK as far as I can remember and before my time. And a lot of viewers on this channel are coming from an older generation, and I believe that they faced a lot more violence to what's going on now. Now it's just more publicized on social media. Back in the days, there was all sorts of crimes. There was horrible, destructive crimes years ago, before our time and onwards and up to now. But years ago they didn't have the social media. So imagine if the old school gangsters and all of this, the crime lords and all of that from years ago, imagine if they had social media. It would have been crazy then. So what's the difference now? I'm not being funny, but people are craving the insight to what's going on with this generation's violence, not knowing this violence stemmed from generations way before. And it's just been carried on in a different way and portrayed into social media. So listen, man, you people, let me know your views and let me know what you feel about this video. Let me know your insights and stuff. Yes, I'm back upon the things. Big up to all the real people out there. You get me? That's how it goes. Till next time, peace out. Real Talk TV signing.